We're here at the Arima Velodrome for a thrilling round 12 showdown in the SSFL Premiership. Arima North Secondary, the underdogs who've defied expectations with their impressive unbeaten run, face off against St. Mary's College. Though St. Mary's had a tough start, they've been picking up momentum, making waves and pushing back into contention. With just 4 rounds to go, this clash could be crucial for both teams as they look to secure their positions in the league's final stretch. But before the whistle blows, let's check in on today's weather conditions here in Arima. Of course, it is 30 degrees Celsius, 69% humidity and 10 kilometers per hour wind speeds in the east of Trinidad and Tobago. It is also action over in Jamaica. Calabar High, they take on Camperdown High, and that will kick off at 3:30. And that's, of course, on the 19th of October. So action over in Jamaica as well. It is Liu Chin here alongside none other than Colin Murray and Brent Sancho. Again, we are in the best part of Trinidad and Tobago, the east.
I wonder where you come from.
Best. Yeah.
Best.
Bold.
No, but talking about the best, guys, and we're going to talk about it a little later, but the field here is looking, it's the best I've seen at Arima Velodrome. It's well grassed and it makes for good football.
Absolutely. Well, talking about good football, the SSFL Goal Cam has been showing us some great football and some of the action from pitches all around Trinidad and Tobago that you have sent in. So let's see what the SSFL Goal Cam has in store for us today.
Goal Cam. Well, you have to admit, guys, it's getting better and better in terms of the footage that we gain. First off comes from Fatima College. Colin, you'll be happy with that. Mucurapo with the finish.
Yep.
And of course, Emirates from Trinity College East.
Yeah, consolation goal.
What a goal.
Good goal.
I knew you were going to say that.
Excellent goal, though.
Didn't have to say consolation, though, Colin. It was a goal. And of course, Jesus Ochoa, all the way down
St. Benedict
in Point Fort in Trinidad. And when it's nice, you do it twice. Continuing with footage from down on that side. In
Elijah David.
And of course, down in Serpentine Road in St. Mary's College. I like to see the fans. I like when the fans get involved and you get that footage. Excellent stuff. Continuing with goal cam action down on Serpentine Road. Nice finish. Good footage. They're getting better at this every single week.
Absolutely. Well, the Goal Cam, you can keep sending in goals to us at ssflgoalcam@gmail.com to see all those goals broadcast right here on SportsMax. But of course, we are zoning in on the action. Lots of action in the SSFL. Let's take a look at what happened in round 11, some of the results.
The business end, that's what they call it, as we get closer to the penultimate game in the SSFL, round 11. When you look down at the results, Fatima College bouncing back with a 4-1 win against Trinity College East. Huge win for Speyside and their survival hopes given a boost with a 3-1 win against Miracle Ministries in a bottom of the table clash. And St. Benedict's College, look at that, 6-0. If that is not a punctuation as to possibly they being the champions, I'm not sure what that is.
Well, when you look at that 6-0 result, Brent, and it makes St. Benedict's ensuring that they're keeping 6 points ahead of Presentation. Let's have a look at those standings. Look at that, 31 points to 25. But we have to remember Presentation, they've got a game in hand. So that could be reduced to 3 points if they win that game in hand. So it's still a lot to play for. But, you know, when you look at all of those standings, you have to think that the top 2 should win the title. And then down at the bottom, Speyside. I think Speyside is going to get out of there.
So what about Trinity College East?
I'm worried. I'm worried for Trinity College East. I'm worried.
I'm not worried.
Very, very worried.
I'm not worried. A late push. But of course, let's look at the round 12 fixtures, the other ones going on today, this afternoon in the SSFL.
Yeah, and it's all about getting points, both at the bottom and at the top. Crucial fixtures here, of course, starting with this one this afternoon. Arima North Secondary against St. Mary's College. Sanwa North Secondary, do they need a win? They come up against Presentation College. Speyside High School, they host St. Anthony's College over in Tobago. That should be an important clash, as well as the table toppers. St. Benedict's College, they host the boys from Tobago in Signal Hill. And of course, your Fatima College, Colin, they host East Mucurapo.
Who needs points as well?
Who needs points as well?
So it's some tough fixtures for the bottom teams.
Yeah,
absolutely. Of course, today Arima North taking on St. Mary's College. But as the season comes into the business end, as you said, Brent, I just want to ask you a quick question. where they're going to finish. Who's going to win the league? Who's going to get relegated?
I think you have to lean towards St. Benedict's College. Of course, that all-important clash on Wednesday where St. Benedict's College comes up against Presentation College, you would have to suggest that that is a straight-up final. I just don't see any teams catching them. Just based on the performances that we've seen so far with St. Benedict's College, you'd have to say they're favourites.
Absolutely. Well, let's zone into today's game. It's Arima North, who actually unbeaten for the season so far. Invincible for those Arsenal fans who actually lost today. But how are they going to come into this one, Arima North?
No, but listen, you know, it's a pity that they've drawn so many games because they seem to be well organized at the back. I think they've only conceded 5 goals. So they're well, but the problem is they're not scoring enough goals.
Yeah.
And, you know, had they been scoring more goals, they would have been much closer to St. Benedict's and Presentation.
And to add insult to injury, of course, they're out without Michael John today, their top talisman. And when you look at the amount of goals that they have scored, 18 in the top 6, that is the lowest. You've got to score goals if you want to be able to compete. And that all comes back into the fact that they just have not been winning enough games. Of course, when you talk about drawing games, they have the most so far this season with 6 drawn games.
So they've scored 18, which is the lowest amount, but they've also conceded the lowest. So, you know, but, you know, they got to score goals.
Yeah. Well, Colin, you mentioned that they needed goals. Terrell Stapleton, the number 9 for Arima North Secondary, he'll be looking to score today. And we caught up with him earlier. Let's see what he had to say.
My name is Terrell Stapleton. I play for Arima North Secondary School. I play striker. My major goal I set for the season is scoring plenty goals and winning the intercal. My first year was good, coming out and scoring 13 goals. I must be for every game. I sit down by myself, relax, meditate, listen to some music. I think Coach Shep is a good coach. He has plenty tactics.
Tyrell, he was our leading goal scorer last year. We're banking on him to score some goals this season. Good guy to work with. I've had no problems with him, working with him. I like to work with him because he tries to do what you ask him to do. And that's all I could ask of our player.
This year, I'm looking forward to get a scholarship, play for the national team, and be on the starting team.
Good stuff there from Stapleton. Big player for Arima North Secondary. But let's look at their opponents, St. Mary's College. They've had an eventful season, really. How will they, prepare for this one? How are they going to look coming into it?
Well, I think, you know, I'm just wondering if their change of fortunes came with a change of coach, Cornel Glenn. Yeah. I remember we did the first game when he came on board. I think it was Signal Hill against Signal Hill, and they drew 2-2. And since then, they seem to be improved. That result in the last round, the 4-0 victory,
fabulous.
I mean, really good result. And you have to think now that they don't need to depend on other results to stay up.
Yeah.
They can take care of business themselves.
Yeah, and I believe they were rooted at the bottom of the table when he did come in, and he's done a terrific job. I think one of the things we observed very early in the first game, as you mentioned, Colin, they were very well organized. He seemed to wanted to make sure, and when we spoke to him after the game, he talked about making sure that the team defends properly and that there's the right blocks in place to make sure that they're difficult to break down. So, and it's good to see that they've gotten that and they've been able to explode offensively with that 4-0 one.
And as you talk about exploding offensively, I think the dependency syndrome on Kyle Phillip don't seem to be there again. You've got McLeod wide, you've got Wong wide, and you've got Alejandro Harper coming forward scoring goals. So they seem to be much more balanced now than they were.
One key man in the St. Mary's College team, of course, is none other than Elijah Wong, and we caught up with him. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hi, my name is Elijah Wong, and I go to St. Mary's College. I play left wing and striker. The major goal I set for myself is to score at least 10 goals this season while carrying my team to the intercal final. Since we have a young team, I'm supposed to guide them as a senior, making sure that they perform at their peak levels so that we could perform in the season. The experience has been decent, plenty to improve. For every game, I have to listen to music. I have to prep myself, get my head in that mind frame to perform on the field. This season, I would say proving ourselves. I'm looking forward to that. And especially proving ourselves in the intercal, as I believe we could go all the way and make it to the final.
Yep, good stuff there from Mr. Wong. And gentlemen, quick score prediction before we go to break.
This is a tight one. You have to think Arima at the Velodrome should win it. But, you know, they're not scoring goals. So who knows? It could very well end up in a draw.
Well, I would say that the game would be decided by the one that wins the middle of the park. The midfield battle, who wins that will win the game.
Well, there you have it. Of course, download the SportsMax app both on the Apple Store and Google Play to keep up with all things SSFL. But when we return, it's Arima North versus St. Mary's College here at the Arima Velodrome when we return first half action.
You're watching coverage of Secondary Schools Football League, brought to you by Carib Malta, 0.0% alcohol. It's the way we play. And First Citizen Foundation, building strong communities through sport.
You gave us the inspiration to be first. We gave you the solutions that put you first. You trusted us with your vision. We paved the way with innovation. You walked with us side by side, and we continue to serve you with pride. First Citizens is proud of everything we've achieved together. We made dreams a reality, shaped success stories, and painted brighter futures. And together, we'll accomplish so much more. First Citizens, we put you first.
This broadcast is brought to you by Carib Malta, 0.0% alcohol. It's the way we play. And First Citizen Foundation, building strong communities through sport.
Welcome to SSFL Premiership Division.
Well, welcome back here to the Arima Velodrome, and they are the officials making their way out. Of course, it's St. Mary's College coming up against Arima North Secondary in what should be a very interesting encounter. And you really can't say either team here. Maybe based on results thus far, you have to think that Arima North would start as favourites for this one. But St. Mary's College can cause an upset. But let's look at the official. Oh, Colin Smith, very good. Then there's Jonathan John, Kishon Charles, and well, there's Kishon, yeah. So those are the officials, and so I expect Colin Smith to do a good game, Brent. But
is his name Colin?
I wouldn't. But let's have a look at the lineups. We'll go with Arima North first. So there is the Arima North team with Alexander in goal. There's Gomez, Oliveri, Caleb. Then there's Stapleton, Defoe, Richards, Hazel, Hines, Hill, Aguilera, and Wayne Shepherd is the coach.
Well, the formula is the 4-1-2-3. Stapleton leading the line. No, Michael John, as mentioned, Gomez on the right side provides a tremendous outlet for this Arima North secondary squad.
And we're going to have a look at the St. Mary's lineup. As St. Mary's starting with Superville in goal. There's Morris, Shallery, Roberts, McLeod, Wong, Phillip, Harper, James, Otley, Blackman, and the coach, Cornell Glenn.
Well, they go with a 5-3-2, sorry. Kyle Phillip will lead the line. Ian Morris and Roberts provide the width. Shallery, James, and Otley will provide defensive stability in the back for this St. Mary's College squad.
Yes, and of course, Arima North, founded in 1976, and their color blue, the motto, very interesting, in pursuit of excellence, and they certainly excel in this year, population of 971, and their team rival is St. Augustine. St. Mary's, of course, founded in 1863. Their blue and white stripes, that's the traditional, their traditional colors, motto, well, Virtus et Sciente. I've never went St. Mary's, so I don't know what that means. Population of 1,200. I know about Nintendo Vinces.
Shock.
So it appears that St. Mary's will have the kickoff, and we'll just wait, and the Arima team in the meantime just saying their last minute prayers before they get into their positions, and we're just getting ready for what should really be a very interesting game. So it's actually Arima North. They're going to have the touch off. And just waiting on the referee's whistle as the sun is back out here at the velodrome. We did have slight rain earlier, and that ball is it going to run out of play? It certainly will, and it's going to be a goal kick for St. Mary's. Interesting tactic there, sending the ball long, high and wide, hoping that the man wide can probably get to it. That is Cristiano Hines. So here's the ball sent downfield, header, as Arima North come forward with it through. Looks like Defoe. So they go all the way back now. As Arima North with Aguilera plays that ball forward, trying to get Richards going. But it's in the midfield as Philip trying to win possession, but unfairly, says the referee Smith. And Arima will start at the back again. And this is Gomez, has to play it backwards, getting it towards Oliveri. But St. Mary's regain possession at the moment as they now just knocking the ball around. Both teams, as we said, they're feeling in good condition, well grassed. It's really looking a picture here at the velodrome. But this is Gomez, decides to go wide to Hines. He goes back towards Oliveri. This is Hazel in possession. Goes back towards Hazel. Gets it to Oliveri. Gomez back to Oliveri. So they're holding possession at the moment, just knocking it about and saying to St. Mary's, well, if you want the ball, you've got to come and get it. As Hazel again gets it to Oliveri.
I have to give St. Mary's some credit, Colin. They've identified that this man here who's attempted to get the ball, Gomez, is who Arima North would like to try to build out of the back with. And they have denied him the opportunity to get on the football. So it's made them go from side to side a couple of times. Not necessarily forward as they would want to. You have to keep an eye on that situation as it goes on.
Well, the ball played forward, but it's going to run out of play. And it's going to be a throw. James hands the ball to Morris, who's going to take the throw. Sends it long downfield. Aguilera goes over the head of Aguilera. Picked up by Hazel. He's got Oliveira to his right. Gets it to Oliveira. But is he going to play it short to Gomez? Back to Oliveira. Long ball. Well, it's going to be a throw for Arima North as that ball went out. Oliveri with the throw to Gomez. So they're going all the way around from right to left. as Hazel gets it to Aguilera, to Hill, back to Aguilera, goes back to Hazel. Ability Hazel, you call him. Brent, parents knew from birth.
From birth, yeah.
Being a young man with ability.
Yeah.
And he does have
Stood
a lot
up
of
to his
ability.
name. Just looking at the approach that St. Mary's, Arima North has taken, it's been slow, measured passing at the back, but it has not resulted in anything. And more so, it's on a couple of occasions, this is one of them, that St. Mary's College have been able to spring to life by picking it off. And they have to be careful. They're moving the ball around from side to side. I just think that the pace of moving around the ball, College should be a little bit faster and try to shift and move, which is looking like a very well organized St. Mary's team who's very comfortable sitting in with this back 5 and 3 in front, or 2 in front, I should say. You have to find a way to break it down.
So Arima North, nice long searching ball. But the keeper comes, shouts early, Superville, and makes sure that Shallery gets out of the way. Not a bad kick. And Gomez heads it forward, but trying to get hold of it is Harper, and the ball goes wide. Getting it out to Richards. He has to go back to Aguilera. Ball played by Stapleton, looking to go wide towards Richards. And eventually, St. Mary's trying to clear it, but it's going to come back with Hill. So he decides to go back to Aguilera.
Oh,
it's a tough tackle. It's going to be a free kick for Arima North.
I'm just looking at the Arima North setup. I thought they were looking to build in a 3 formation at the back. They actually stayed in that formation, because if you look at Gomez and Aguilera, Colin, they both come in as holding midfielders. They have not gone back into that wide positions as they would have been slated on the team formation.
Ball cleared. It's going to be another throw for Arima North. Ball goes out, and it's going to be a right-sided corner for Arima North. Taking short. Go all the way back to Gomez. Is he going to look to have a go? Plays that ball short to his right, getting it towards Caleb. Back to Gomez. This is Oliveira. Hazel. Aguilera. Oh, played up there nicely towards Hazel again. As Hill is at the back, but the whistle goes to indicate that it's going to be a free kick. But the free kick quickly taken. Gomez chipping that ball over on the far post towards the man coming in wide. There was Richards. Oliveira chips it forward, but to no one in particular. Oh, that's headed towards Richards. Referee says play on. The foot seemed to be high, and in fact, it's going to be a free kick for St. Mary's. So there is the St. Mary's coach, Cornell Glenn. You played with him, Brent, have you?
Yeah, it's part of the 06 Warriors.
Yeah, he was on that squad, wasn't he?
Yeah, good.
Did he get a game at all?
Of course, he was the one that hit the post against Sweden.
Yeah.
And he came on as a substitute, of course, Wayne Shepherd.
Sheppy?
There as well. But
he was played under me when I was coaching Fatima. He's a tough little right back. You know, he's one of those guys, small in stature, but, you know, didn't hold back when he went into a tackle. He's a good little player, read the game well. And I can understand him now being a coach. Here's Gomez. Gets it to Caleb. He's going to go back to Oliveira.
Yeah, just think if Arima North wants to break down this St. Mary's unit, they have to play forward a little bit faster. We've seen them in these sorts of situations, Colin, and yeah, this is exactly what happened. That's not a bad ball though in this situation. Offside. But we've seen a couple of times Gomez in particular picking the ball up in the middle of the park, but his first thought is to go back to his 3 players behind him, and they need to progress the ball up the park a bit quicker. Players have to play in pockets, and more importantly, they have to try and move the ball around a little bit faster. I think that's really where the challenge is for Arima North. And Colin, we've been talking about this facility for quite some time. Even back in the TTPFL, we mentioned how...
Yeah. It was a dirt patch, wasn't it?
It was a dirt patch. And in fact, I remember at one point we talked about when you look at the games that were played here a couple of years ago or 2 years ago, it did impact the quality of the football we saw in the TTPFL. I tell you what, if you look at it now, whew,
it's a totally
massive difference in it. And it's not just the fact that it's so lush and green, but it's so very much flat and there's not much undulations and whatnot.
Yeah, you're looking at the ball as well, Brent, how it's rolling. You know, it's
far cry from the TTPFL games. Yeah. And so credit to the ground staff here at the Arima Velodrome. They've done good.
Well, Harper looking to get that
again, going backwards.
Yeah, that was Hines or Caleb, sorry, going back to. So they're gonna they're having possession, Brent, and then they're knocking the ball around, but really they haven't
progressed up the park.
They haven't threatened. We 11 minutes so far, and Superville hasn't had anything really to do.
Well, they've knocked the ball around, and then the entry pass is a long one, which really doesn't add up as it relates to the pattern of play. I'd like to see them here in this situation. Play forward. You've got to play forward. He goes back
again.
And that just allows St. Mary's the opportunity to get back, to get set again.
And you look at St. Mary's, they're pretty well organized, aren't they? When they don't have possession of the ball. And they're saying to Arima North, well, if you want the goals, come and get it. And the turnover, as you're rightly saying, is not fast from Arima North. They're very methodical in their approach. You know, but they give St. Mary's time to get bodies behind the ball. Well, here's the throw. Looks like Morris with the throw. Getting it downfield, looking for Wong. Gomez for Arima North. Plays a lovely ball. That's more like it. But unfortunately, Caleb couldn't go through the defense and was well stopped. It's back to Gomez. That's not a bad ball again. Some good forward passes and threatening St. Mary's goal. But they just couldn't finish. Didn't even get a shot away. But the intention there was much better from them, looking to go forward. But here they have possession again. This is Gomez. He's been very much in the game. That's not a great ball, and it's going to be a throw for St. Mary's. So Roberts with this throw. Goes back towards Otley. Long ball. There's Phillip. Haven't seen him much in the game. Kyle Phillip. But the throw. Gets it back to Roberts. And Harper doing well, shielding the ball. Well, he's got a free kick. A little bit of a nudge.
Yeah. There's a bit of overzealousness there. Didn't really need to go in that aggressively. Looks like Caleb With that challenge, it gives St. Mary's an opportunity to put this in the box.
Well, here's Harper with the free kick.
Ball.
Heads go up, headed away. As Gomez comes away with it.
On back
all
again.
The way back.
Yeah.
This is Oliveira. And you could hear the players shouting, Ollie, Ollie, come on. But he gives it away. Harper gets it to McLeod. He's looking for some support. Ball cushioned nicely down. Playing it towards Defoe. All the way back, they go to Aguilera. Roberts is there with the header. Not sure what Harper was doing there, but it's headed wide and it can't be kept in by Richards, and it's going to be a throw for St. Mary's. Ball played back to no one in particular, and Gomez picks it up. Looks to go wide, but he's fouled in the process, and he gets a free kick. Just about 15 and a half minutes gone. No goals yet, no real threat by either team on the opposing goal. But here's Hill, and that's what it's going to be reduced to, long-range shots, because neither team seems to be penetrating the defenses. So they're going to look for shots from distance. That's a good kick. That's a really good kick. Who's chasing it? Phillip is chasing after it. And that ball played up nicely. Picked up by Hines. This is Hill. Aguilera. Defoe. Good ball. Wide.
No cross, no cross.
Getting it towards Richards. Plays it back to Gomez. Could see Gomez. Oh, he wins it nicely and looks to have a shot. The deflection goes to Hines. He has to go back to Oliveira. Plays it towards Hill. This is Aguilera. Ball comes off of Wong, and it's going to be a throw for Arima North. Both teams seem very content at the moment in just knocking the ball around rather than trying to penetrate the defenses. There is Gomez getting back possession, turning with it. Defoe back to Aguilera, and they go all the way back again. Hazel. So he goes to his left to Oliveira. Plays it forward, looking for Stapleton. This is Stapleton. Has a shot, not a bad effort. So the first real shot on target coming from Terrell Stapleton. Didn't have the power, and so goalkeeper Superville was comfortable. But here is Phillip chasing this one down. Out comes goalkeeper Superville. Sorry, goalkeeper Alexander came out and got it. Superville was on my mind since he saved that last shot coming from Stapleton. But other than that, both these teams are quite content to knock the ball around, hold possession, go back. Here's Hill. What is he going to do? Well, he goes wide onto the left, looking for Richards. Richards trying to take on his man, going up that left side. Can he get the crossover? He does get the crossover, but it takes a deflection and it goes out, and it's going to be a left-sided corner for Arima North. Seems that Caleb is going across to take it. They take it short. This is Gomez. Has a low one. And the goalkeeper has to dive to his right. Comes up with it comfortably in the end. No doubt he's going to go long.
Yeah, it's another shot there by Gomez. Got good leather on that shot. Just not enough, and the distance was always going to be the point in question. It didn't look like it troubled goalkeeper Superville, who's in goal for St. Mary's College. Starting to ask more and more questions now.
Well, here's Defoe. Goes wide to Hines, but he's offside. And it's going to be the second or third time we've seen Hines offside. Just make it. You know, the thing about it, Brent, when a wide player, it's one of my pet peeves as well. When I get a wide player, you know, you
shouldn't be. You're watching right across the line, so you should know.
Go wide. You should get caught offside. But it's just, to me, they're not looking up the line. They're sort of concentrating on where the ball is.
Yeah.
Well, we have a score for you, QRC at the moment, and Trinity East. It's 1-1. Interesting. QRC coming off of victory in their last game, and Trinity East was on a losing result. So far so good for both those teams. But here's Oliveira. Plays it up, but Roberts goes straight to Roberts. He loses out. The ball is picked up at the back by Shallery. McLeod couldn't find Phillip. This is Phillip playing that ball there towards McLeod. McLeod looking for Wong. Is he going to keep it in? Most likely he will, he does. But then, in trying to play that ball, I'm not sure what he was trying to do. He alone can decide what he was trying to do. But whatever he was trying to do didn't work, and the ball goes out, and it's going to be a throw. But before we take the throw, it's a cooling break brought to you by SportsMax, and some much needed refreshment for the teams as they go off, and obviously when they go off the field there, they're going to get some words of advice from their respective coaches.
When you look at the possession, of course, it's heavily in favor of Arima North, but I will obviously question how much of that possession was done in the middle third or their attacking third. I would say a significant amount of it was done in their defensive third. That's and right. Pass completion is quite high simply because a lot of them have been between the three centre halves.
That's right, and then no doubt about that. So while the players have their cooling break, it's the time to tell you keep up with the SSFL on the SportsMax app. Download it from the App Store or Google Play to catch all the action and updates from the league wherever you are and whenever you want. So you can keep up with the SSFL on the SportsMax app. And of course you can download it from the App Store or the Google Play. And you can catch all the action. And all the action here today is happening at the Arima Velodrome. And it's goalless at the moment. Been playing for just about coming up to 23 minutes as the sun has come out here in all its glory. It's been a rainy day before this. We had quite some rain falling, maybe just about I would say about 2.5 hours ago, somewhere around 1:30. But that has subsided into a really nice sunny day, and when you look around, it's blue skies all around, so no immediate threat of rain. As we're just about getting ready to resume play here with a throw to Arima North. This is Oliveira. Hazel. He's looking for some movement, not getting very much. It's it to Gomez. Hill. Oliveira. Nice low ball, but Stapleton couldn't control it. Ball played wide to Hines. He's been confronted by Roberts. He has to go back to Oliveira. This is Hill. Hazel. Gomez. Oliveira. Nice looking ball, but it slides off the top of the head of Otley and goes to goalkeeper Superville. No goals yet here. Coming up to 25 minutes. That's another good kick from Superville. So the ball played all the way back to Hazel. What is he going to do? Goes wide to Hines. Back to Oliveira. Goes wide again. Aguilera. Gomez. Hill. Looks to go forward with it, which wasn't bad. Getting it to Caleb. Gomez goes wide to Richards, but he can't control it. And it's going to be a throw for St. Mary's. Well, here's Oliveira as they look to come forward with it. Hines back to Oliveira. He's actually asking for some movement or somebody to pass the ball to in a forward position, and like he's not getting it. So it goes back to Hazel and goes wide to, that is Aguilera, and he gets a throw. But it's really been 26 minutes, Brent, and we've only seen one really shot that the keeper Superville has had to deal with. Well, the loose ball here is picked up by Wong, and he gives it away. Or it was picked up by McLeod, sorry, and he was trying to force it through the middle of the defense, trying to get Kyle Phillip away. Ball played back again to Oliveira. Looking for Hines. Roberts is there. Climbs high over the top of Hines and gives away a throw. So we see Arima North Secondary. Look at that. Draw, 1-1 draw. So, and the two teams they beat Miracle Ministries down at the, almost down at the, well, at the bottom, and Samoa North not too far off the relegation zone. But the important thing we keep saying is they're unbeaten still, but they've drawn far too many games and they've scored far too little goals, and that's the problem. And we're seeing it here now, Brent, live. We did the first game with them and it ended goalless, and here again we goalless, and we're going into 27 minutes. And I tell you what, neither team really looks as likely to score a goal.
Yeah, and to add to that, Colin, it's a lot of it is down to the tempo of Arima North play. I'm looking at the midfielders as we have another look at this infringement here. Slight tug of the top by Caleb. Yeah, I was just about to say I'm looking at the positioning for some of the midfielders, and as the form guys is at the side and could be looked at. And you look at Aguilera and Gomez in particular, they keep receiving the ball with their back to their attackers. So they're not receiving it on the half turn, and they're not in a position to advance the ball further up the park.
And that's why they keep
keep going back.
Or square.
Or square, correct. And even the defenders, they're passing the ball alongside. It's not being passed in front of them for them to step onto the ball so they could advance up the park. And here,
Gomez in possession. This time he goes forward. Has to get it back. Chips it nicely for Hines. That's a good ball. Hines took a little while in controlling it.
Yeah, and gave it away eventually.
Well, there's Harper. All the way back to Hazel. Gomez trying to go wide with it, but too many bodies in the way. Gets it to Richards. Richards looking to take on his man, and the referee says it's a corner. So Richards, in the end, doing pretty well. Took Morris for a run. Here's a corner taken short. Ball played towards it. Not a bad run. Oh, it's a goal. Well, came out of really absolutely nothing. The ball was played up the sides of the field, sent in, and Stapleton is the man, has put it into the back of the net in minute number 31. A good run, Brent, going up the sides of the field, and the cross was excellent. And look at Stapleton.
It's a terrific finish by Stapleton. Poacher's finish really got in front of his defender. But from a St. Mary's College perspective, you'd be bitterly disappointed. There's about 6 blue and white shirts in the box and 1 Arima North shirt, and that's the goal scorer, Stapleton. Poor defending, you'd have to say. But at the same time, that's a good finish. Good striker's finish by Stapleton. And all of a sudden, Arima North are in front 1-0.
So can St. Mary's hit back here? As it's here comes St. Mary's. Going wide with it is McLeod, and good strong challenge coming in, and it's going to be a throw for St. Mary's.
He had all eyes for the ball there. He said a good strong challenge there by Oliveri. His initial mistake is what put them in that position. Now they come and they inexplicably give away a corner. True. Looks like Agriella.
Yes, so a right-sided corner for St. Mary's. Harper is going across to take it. So he just seems to be going to take it with that left boot of his. So we expect it to be curling in. Yes, it is, and the keeper did well, and initially punching it away, and then a clearance, not distance, just height. And the ball, the shot comes, and another shot, but well defended, getting in front of it. And now a long shot comes, but to nobody's interest in terms it goes high, wide, and not so very handsome, and it's a goal kick. Let's have a look at the corner, Brent.
Yeah, caused all sorts of problems. Initial punch there by goalkeeper Alexander. Ball still not cleared properly. Slice clearance there. And it came back into play. A poor header. Didn't know much about it. I think this here is a terrific block there by the captain, Ability Hazel. Because he just felt that Shallery's shot looked like it could have easily ended up into the back of the net. They seem like they're very willing, Colin, this St. Mary's team, to be the aggressor and give some challenges to the team that's defending when it comes to set plays. Almost like they come to life.
Yeah, well, referee Smith is going to have a word. Let's see what he's going to do. Not sure what is happening here at the moment. He's going across. He's going to just give the bounce ball. So Hazel going wide with it. But gets the return ball, gets it to Hill. Playing it to Oliveira. Back to Hazel. So Arima North leading by that goal in the 31st minute through Stapleton, Terrell Stapleton, as it goes high over the head of Richards. And it's going to be a throw for St. Mary's. Morris is going to take it when he retrieves the ball. So here is Morris finally. It's going to take the throw, gets it downfield, but Richards intercepts. And foul committed there on Shallery, and it's going to be a free kick for St. Mary's. They trail by 1-0. Got to get back into this game. You'd think they would want to get that equalizer if they can before half-time, but St. Mary's are, Arima North, are very plucky at the back. They defend well, they're well organized, and they've conceded the fewest amount of goals in the secondary schools league. So you'd have to expect that St. Mary's will have to work very hard if they were to pull a goal back here. This is Roberts being harassed by Hines. Hines does well, gets the better of him. Plays it infield to Hill. This is Stapleton. Intercepted. Harper looks to have a crack. He had wide to his left.
Yeah, which was the better option.
Yeah,
definitely was the better option. We're talking about a shot that's probably about 35-40 yards out.
And with bodies in front.
With bodies in front, correct.
It didn't make sense. But here's Gomez. Back to Hazel. Sends a ball searching for Stapleton, who does well. But eventually, coming away with it was Shallery. Free kick, but in the meantime, a player is down. Let's see. Could very well be Morris. It is Morris who is down at the moment. Is the so it's referee's just going to give a bounce ball back, or give it back to Arima. I think they were in possession when he blew his whistle, and he gives it to Gomez, and Christian Gomez, the top scorer for Arima North with 5 goals, and for St. Mary's, Brent Kyle Phillips. So, you know, when your leading goal scorers just have 5 goals, tells you that the attacking intent from both these teams is not really there. And Chris Gomez as well, he's a defensive midfielder, and he's the leading goal scorer for Arima North.
Yeah, and he's scored some absolute crackers, Gomez. I believe he's entered into several of our top picks, yeah. Gomez. But it tells you, and I think if you're playing a forward in this Arima North team, you would be a tad bit frustrated, because the ball does take some time to get to you. It's a very slow build-up, almost walking piece like.
Yeah, well, that's Hill looking for Richards. That's a good ball. Can he control it? No, you can't.
You have to use your left foot there, son. Of course, a young man there whose favorite player is Pogba, he would be relieved to hear that the Frenchman is now cleared, but will be soon cleared to play.
Yeah, which is good.
I believe next year his ban is officially up. He's already gotten his release from Juventus. The question is, where to next? There's rumors of Saudi Arabia, and there's also rumors of the MLS. Maybe he could find a stint on your team, Colin, in Liverpool. You need a Pogba?
No, I don't think so.
I thought you would have said that.
Yeah, I don't think so. Not at this time.
Yeah.
Big game tomorrow as well, Brent. Liverpool, Chelsea. Oh, we do. That's nicely. I understand, Brent. We have at halftime we have a shot with some famous footballers that have represented the Trinidad and Tobago red, white, and black.
Yeah,
both at World Cup and at there's a long shot going just wide. Yeah, both at World Cup level and at national level. So it should be interesting.
Well, for you it is, I'm sure.
Yeah, I can't wait for the halftime.
I'm not surprised that you can't wait.
Yeah. I'm sure a lot of when a lot of our people here, Brent, in the SportsMax crew, they can't wait as well. You know, it should be very interesting. Of course, it was the end of the Queen's Park 8-a-side tournament, and there was this exhibition match played, Brent, between some. I wouldn't like to use the word old. I wouldn't like to use the word old, but some past Trinbago players. And quite a big crowd turned out. Actually, reminded me of years ago when you went to colleges game, and those days when it was a colleges league, and a big game, you know, at Fatima St. Mary's, and the field was just surrounded by people, and you had to put the rope, and then you had the horse, the old mounted branch horse was coming around to clear you tell you to get back behind the rope. Of course, in that exhibition game there was no rope, so I was standing up next to a gentleman that you know very well, and the ball was coming out, and it wasn't off the field yet, and he kicked it back. I said, wait till the ball come off the field. He was very upset. I was telling him that he had to wait till the ball came off the field. But it was a nice crowd as well. But more on that at halftime. I'm sure, Brent, you'll look forward to it.
We'll discuss the opponents as well. Well, we'll leave that till halftime. Correct.
Yeah. I know you'll be looking forward to that feature.
Oh, can't wait.
You like so many others. Well, here is
a goal again. Look at Stapleton.
Well.
Look at Stapleton. That's really disappointing. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 St. Mary's blue and white shirt. Stapleton just ghosts in and taps it into the back of the net. And as a defender, the first thing you thought is being aware of where your opponent is. It doesn't matter where the ball is.
So they were ball watching, you would say.
They definitely were ball watching, because not one player in blue and white was able to go across to stop Stapleton from putting it in the back of the net. I'm sure if you told Coach Cornell Glenn at the start of this game that there'd be one attacker trying to win a crossball against his 5 defenders, he would be very happy to hear that.
Yes.
But
some of the
fans, of course.
From Arima, it looks like some of the Arima fans.
And it's really disappointing to give it a go. So another look here as this infringement and now injury. It looks like he may have had a slight overstretch. He's holding the hip region, which is never a good thing. And maybe he's just been pulled a bit awkwardly. And there's the president of the league.
Looks like Harper.
He currently,
Mariri Gonzalez,
currently has a protest at I-Lodge, Colin, and we'll talk more about that at halftime.
Oh, that's interesting. Here's the ball at the back post, and it's going to be a goal kick. Came off a blue and white shirt.
Yeah, and I'm looking at Phillips, who's bitterly disappointed now, asking for a corner, but just wonder how far away he was from getting in some sort of touch. And I would get a better look at it here. He ghosted in. Looked like it should have been a corner. It seemed to be a header or a touch on the way in. Tell you what, Colin, set pieces, St. Mary's seemingly having their joy with it.
Yeah, that's right. It's the second or third one that they've put the ball into the box, and they've created some problems. And the corner as well. They had a corner that Harper, who is still off the field at the moment, you know, that the goalkeeper Alexander had some problems in eventually clearing it. But in the meantime, Arima North have a free kick of their own, and Gomez is the man going to take it. Just about a minute and a half left, and we'll have to wait and see just how much added on time there will be. But here they go again. The ball crossed in the back of the net again. Well, what a good goal this time again. The ball coming from that left side, and Aguilera is the man getting up to put the ball into the back of the net. Easy peasy, as they say, the header. And there was Aguilera coming up from the back. The cross ball came, he rose above everybody else, Brent, and put it into the back of the net.
Again, look how many blue and white shirts and attendance, Colin. Just goes by. No one's picking up anyone. That's, again, poor marking. But Aguilera, give him credit. Got his head onto this one. Good finish. I just can't get away, Colin, from the poor defending by the blue and white shirts. So many of them just doing nothing in the box. Yes, I do give Aguilera credit, but you really have to point your finger at the defending.
They allowed him.
Second time around, really. It's just cardinal sin as a defender. You've got so many blue and white shirts in there, and all you have to do is keep note of who's in there. They haven't done a good job of that.
So here is Oliveira to Hill. Long ball played through. Stapleton does well. Shot goes just wide. But there was Caleb just cutting inside, putting it on his left foot. He had the shot, but didn't control it, and it went just wide. So all of a sudden, Arima North are starting to put the confidence has grown with those two goals, and they're starting to put St. Mary's under some pressure. So here is the goal kick. Taken, given to Oliveira. Plays that ball short. Gets the return ball, Oliveira. Goes back to Hazel. Aguilera giving it away, but they regain possession through Hill. Wide is Hines. Turning nicely with is Caleb. Gets it towards Stapleton. Ball played forward to Phillips. Gets it to McLeod. He's looking for Wong on the far side, but it's nicely intercepted by Aguilera. But he himself gives it away. And that is it. The referee has had enough. He's played the 2 minutes of added on time, and it's Arima North. They lead St. Mary's here by two goals to one in the 31st minute. Stapleton got in front of the defender and poked the cross that came into the back of the net, and then in the 45th minute, a nice looping cross ball from the left, and there was Aguilera getting above everybody else and just nodding the ball into the net to make it 2-0, and really excellent so far from Arima North, and that is the halftime score there. Arima North Secondary 2, St. Mary's 0, as it's halftime here. But before we take a break, let's go down to Brent. He's got the captain of Arima North with him.
Yeah, I'm here with Young Ability. Of course, first half, 2 goals up so far. Happy with the first half performance?
Yeah, for sure, certainly. Well, we expected to control the possession in the game because that is our style of play, but the only thing we was worried about is scoring goals, and it's good to know that we're back on that good page.
Well, you have 2 goals going into the second half. What do you think is the key to go on to win this football game?
Well, the next goal in the match will be crucial, so we will go deal with the coach and come back out.
Well, all the best in the second half, young man. Well, there you have it so far. Arima North Secondary leading here in Arima Velodrome by 2-0 against St. Mary's College. When we come back, we'll have first half highlights and, of course, first half analysts.
You're watching coverage of Second High Schools Football League, brought to you by Carib Malta, 0.0% alcohol. It's the way we play. And First Citizen Foundation, building strong communities through sport.
You gave us the inspiration to be first. We gave you the solutions that put you first. You trusted us with your vision. We paved the way with innovation. You walked with us side by side, and we continue to serve you with pride. First Citizens is proud of everything we've achieved together. We made dreams a reality, shaped success stories, and painted brighter futures. And together, we'll accomplish so much more. First Citizens, we put you first.
You're watching coverage of Second High Schools Football League, brought to you by Carib Malta, 0.0% alcohol. It's the way we play. And First Citizen Foundation, building strong communities through sport.
To the Arima Velodrome, we had the half in this encounter between Arima North Secondary and St. Mary's College. Arima North, they're leading at the moment by 2-0. Let's have a look at the first half highlights. Referee Smith got the action going, and Arima settled nicely, but the shots were few and far in between. There was one there coming from Stapleton, and then St. Mary's trying to come forward with it, but again, they were thwarted by that defensive organized Arima North, and every time they try to get forward, Arima North kept winning the ball. They had some joy going up the left side with Richards. He sent the cross in, and there was Stapleton getting in front of the defense and just tapping the ball into the back of the net, sort of side footing it in, and really and truly excellent. I think he took it actually with the outside of the boot and got it to the left of the keeper Superville and into the back of the net. And then another cross ball here from Arima North. This one lofted in, and there was Aguilera coming in nicely, using his head and nodding it away from the keeper, and there is another nice ball, and from that left side again, and Aguilera getting above everybody else, but you have to see where was the marking. Let's have a look at the stats here now, as 5 shots from the Arima North, just 2 shots coming from St. Mary's. Look at that. No shots on target from St. Mary's, 4 on target from Arima North, and 2 of them resulting in goals. There were 3 fouls for 4, no yellow cards, no red cards, 1 corner apiece, 69% possession for Arima North. Not surprising, they were knocking the ball at the back, 31% for St. Mary's, and runs in the box, 3-2, but really and truly, a half that more or less was dominated by Arima North, and more importantly, they were able to score 2 goals, and that's, I mean, that is the name of the game, scoring goals, and they took their chance as well.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, Arima North leading 2-0. Colin, well, if you were wondering why Brent Sancho reached late today, he was a bit busy yesterday.
Was he?
For some reason, he thinks he could still play football.
Well, let me tell you, I happened to be there with the director, and it was the end of the Queen's Park 8-a-side tournament, and there was this invitational team there, a team in red, and there is the guy in the red there. They were all decked off in red, and let's look at it. Let's have a look at the touches. Let's look at it. Nice ball, good ball. Good ball. He saw the vision. He played it wide to Theobald. That's Denzel Theobald there. You know,
does he have any proper footwear to play on these?
Look at this.
He's making room for himself to get
a good touch.
Pretty good touch. And then what I like about him so far, he's looking up. If you look at him, he's always looking for somebody in red to play the ball off. And look again, makes room for himself, but that ball was played beyond. But he's good. He's walking up slowly to support the play. And there he's coming across now to cover cover the opposing attacker. So I thought he did well, you know. And I'll tell you what was good about you're looking at that team in red, Liu. You have Brent Sancho, you have Denzel Theobald, Kenwin Jones, Stern John, and I tell you what was nice about them, and I'm saying that even though Brent Sancho was on the team, was their once they got into position, they picked up the ball, the passing was excellent, they made the runs, nice diagonal runs, and they always seem to have a player free. And I think it was a real good lesson. Look at him, look, that's Benson going into the tackle. Oh my word! I think, he needed help there. He needed help, actually. He needed some help.
He ran himself into the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Good defending, good shape. You can't beat that, Colin.
But as I was saying, it was really good to see those guys. Stern John actually scored a really good goal. They just gave him a little bit of room, and he more or less just passed the ball from distance into the back of the net. It was really good. Kenwin played as well. Denzel Theobald. They all look really. Anthony Sherwood played, and he looked very busy. But it was a really nice encounter between. They played against an all-star Queen's Park.
I'm happy we reached to that point. Who did we play against, Colin?
We played against a Queen's Park
team. I beg to differ, and we did have to lodge complaints afterwards.
Why is that?
You and the viewers would like to know. We were told it was an over 40 match when we showed up. There were teenagers playing for Queen's Park.
There were no teenagers playing. There were no. There was. I admit there was some tier 2 players. You know, people like Sean De Silva and Jason Devonish and one or two others
who are not over 40.
You know, and I think the problem was when the Queen's Park, the organizers saw the list, and you saw Stern John and Kenwin Jones and let me say Brent Sancho and Denzel Theobald. I think they got a little worried at that point in time, and they were not going to play an over 40 team. But anyway,
I was actually going to ask.
It was a great exhibition.
I was going to ask why you didn't play, but then Brent.
No.
That sums it up.
When I saw the Queen's Park team, actually, I wouldn't have minded playing for the Queen's Park team.
But it is. Yeah,
let's get back to the Arima Velodrome.
It is 2-0 here, of course. Arima North leading St. Mary's College. Two beautiful goals. Let's take a look at the reason why Arima North are up 2-0 here at the Velodrome.
Yeah, and it's a game really and truly that hinges on these two goals. And that one, the first one, as I mentioned, by Stapleton, it's really a good striker's finish. But again, I just can't get away from the fact, gentlemen, when you've got so many blue and white shirts in the area, in that instance, in that header, there's at least 4 or 5 blue and white shirts in there. I'm not taking anything away from the header and a great ball into the box, but that is poor defending.
Yeah.
Really, really poor defending on both occasions. And the game has hinged on that. It's been really a game where Arima North have struggled to really put together any fluidity from an attacking perspective. Yes, they've possessed the ball, but a lot of it has been in their defensive third. But when you look at it, and again, from a St. Mary's perspective, let me go there quickly. When you come out of a half with no shots on target, that tells you a lot. They have not generated a lot of offense at all here today. They're going to have to change things around if they want to get into the game into the second half.
They've got to score early in the second half. And if they don't, then
push numbers forward as well.
Absolutely. Well, we'll see if St. Mary's College could turn it around or if Arima North will stand firm in their lead. Of course, if you want to keep up with all action SSFL, download the SSFL app, of course, on the Apple Store and Google Play. So the Android and Apple users, Android users like myself who tend to get criticism, yes, I can still download the SportsMax app. But it is 2-0 here, Arima North leading at the half. And when we return, we'll have second half action.
You're watching coverage of Second High Schools Football League, brought to you by Carib Malta, 0.0% alcohol. It's the way we play. And First Citizen Foundation, building strong communities through sport.
You gave us the inspiration to be first. We gave you the solutions that put you first. You trusted us with your vision. We paved the way with innovation. You walked with us side by side, and we continue to serve you with pride. First Citizens is proud of everything we've achieved together. We made dreams a reality, shaped success stories, and painted brighter futures. And together, we'll accomplish so much more. First Citizens, we put you first.
Ningbo, one of China's wealthiest cities, welcomes 15 of the WTA's top 20 players in its first year as a WTA 500 tournament. Olympic gold medalist Jing Kengwing and Wimbledon champion Barbara Krejcikova are among the ladies set for hardcourt action in China. The newly renamed Ningbo Open runs from October 14 to 20. Watch live action on your home of champions, your sports destination. Get the SportsMax app now. You're watching coverage of Secondary Schools Football League, brought to you by Carib Malta, 0.0% alcohol. It's the way we play. And First Citizen Foundation, building strong communities through sport.
Okay, welcome back here to the Arima Velodrome. We're at the half. The teams haven't come back out onto the field as yet. And Arima North, they're leading by 2-0 against this St. Mary's College team. We're going to try and get some scores from the other games because it's half-time in most of those games. And the other thing, Brent, we've just heard that the referee has had a hamstring injury and is not coming back out for the second half. So the fourth official, Kishon Charles is going to take up the whistle. So he's going to complete the game as the referee. And so the referee, the original referee, Colin Smith, I think he will take up fourth official duties, because of course that is not as hectic as running up and down the field, as we start to see the players coming back out, and led by the Arima North. We understand that Fatima is up 2-0 in their game, and last we heard was QRC was 1-1 with Trinity.
Yes, and Benedict's 0-0 at her half-time with Signal Hill. That's an interesting one. Of course, and San Juan North, they've kept a clean sheet after going under by 4-0 to St. Mary's College. I'm sure they would be happy that at halftime they're able to keep it. But East Mucurapo, Colin, they're in big trouble when you're talking about the relegation battle. If they are to go on and that score stands, they will be scrambling for points with the remaining fixtures to come. And of course, it's one of them where you have to feel it. Talking to coach. Yeah, when you talk about, of course, what has transpired with that East Mucurapo program, talking to Dale Saunders in the Gaffer's corner, he talked about it being a very young team, and he's giving them that opportunity. And you just hope that these youngsters stick with the program, because they've been given the opportunity regardless of what transpires.
Yeah, it should be very interesting. I think there's...
Speaking about teams in coming up from relegation to promotion, I had a chance to take a look at Trinity College on Friday.
Okay.
Official winners of the North Zone, and they are going into the Big Five.
That's good. That's interesting. Good to see Trinity, if they do get in, back to Trinity Mocha, of course, back in. Let's hope for Liu's sake, Mocha going and Trinity East going down.
I'm sure so.
I don't think he would be too happy with that.
No, not at all. And,
I really think East Mucurapo and Miracle Ministries definitely, I think they're going to go down. unless some miraculous results happens.
Are we hearing that St. Augustine is a 1-1 with Arima?
Yeah, that's it. Very
big, interesting.
The big teams aren't doing so well today, except
no.
Fatima and Arima North.
Yeah, which is interesting to see. I think from a Trinity College East perspective, it's all about getting points, and they need it.
Well, St. Mary's, they're going to kick off the second half. And the skipper, Kyle Phillip, is going to start the ball rolling. As there we go, as the start of the second half. Long kick forward, sent there by Shallery. And Phillip just doing a little bit of pushing. And referee Charles is immediately saying it's going to be a free kick. Gomez plays it to Aguilera. What is he going to do? Wide is Richards, but he decides to go infield to Hill. Gives it away to Shallery. But then they regain possession and give it to Oliver. He's got acres of space in front of him. Plays the ball down the line to Hines. Real tussle for that. Eventually it comes off of Hines and it's a throw for St. Mary's. Referee says to get up as Gomez comes away with it. Ball played by Stapleton, looking to go wide to Richards, intercepted by Morris, but he gives it away. Aguilera. Morris gets it to
That's a good turn.
McLeod, and taken down is Blackman, and it's going to be a free kick for St. Mary's.
I'm looking at Kyle Phillips up front for St. Mary's College. He's cut an isolated figure for most of the first half, Colin. Just looking to see if he's going to get any more support, particularly with the fact that they're down by 2 goals. Whether it be from the midfield or from the wide players of Wong and McLeod. I expect probably Blackman, Colin, to probably play a bit closer to Phillip in this second half, because as you mentioned, they have to find a way to get through this very formidable Arima North secondary defense.
Well, I'm seeing number 6 on the field for St. Mary's, who is Darius Humphrey, and he didn't start, so St. Mary's have made a substitution. We'll give you confirmation of that substitution, who he's come on for, but I'm seeing Humphrey on the field at the start of the second half. As free kick for St. Mary's. And this is Humphrey now on the ball. You could see how clean he is as well, Brent. So he's chips that ball forward.
Yeah, it's a good ball.
Looking for Phillip. Takes it down nicely.
Well,
turns well.
Yeah, it's too far out.
Yeah, has the shot.
There was a player free
on
the left-hand side. It looked like Wong.
Yeah.
Wong, sorry, McLeod on that side. Actually, he's in the number 11. Looks like another change.
Yeah, that's another substitution. Nadeem Grant has come on. So St. Mary's made 2 substitutions at the half. So Humphrey and Grant.
Well, Humphrey's on for Alessandro Harper, and Grant is on for Elijah Wong. So definitely 2 changes, and looks like a possible change in formation as well. So we have to try to get back into this game.
So free kick for St. Mary's.
Well, we've seen some of the scores coming up here. Arima North, as you know, is up 2-0. Fatima, as we have said, they have also 2 goals up against East Mucurapo. We are still waiting scores from that Miracle Ministries and Malik game. Queens Royal College, they have now taken a 2-1. Don't look now, Lou. It's not good news. Trinity College East 2-1. Presentation still 0-0 with San Juan. Bayside, they're down.
That's surprising.
That's surprising.
Yep.
St. Anthony's, and of course St. Augustine and Naparima 1 apiece, as we mentioned before. I tell you what, I saw
Benedict Signal Hill. That's an interesting.
Well, I saw Leo before, Colin. and he had some rosemaries with him. So I think he's probably gone from rosemaries to something else. Ooh, I tell you what, he's got to finish. That's a good save.
That was Grant.
Top save.
Sorry, that was Otley. Sorry, Otley, who came on as a sub. He just couldn't finish. The ball came back to him, and he just couldn't finish it.
They look a lot more. They have a lot more
lively.
now.
Yeah.
That's a good run there by Philip, and eventually cut that ball across. I mean, have another look at it here. Done well here. Got past captain ability. Got it across. Alexander doesn't deal with it properly.
There was Otley
and Grant.
Sorry,
coming in there, but he just couldn't. Seemed like he just ran past the football, Colin, and was not able to get a good purchase on it. So it's one of those situations where St. Mary's College now it's starting to ask some questions.
The two confirmation of these two substitutes there, Brent, was Humphrey from Harper, Humphrey for Harper, and Grant came on for Wong. Of course, those were half-time substitutes by St. Mary's, and since those two have come on, and they're looking a little bit more lively, and Grant seems to be taking up a position wide on the left. There you see Grant now in possession. So he's gone wide on the left. McLeod has come over onto the right side, and he's got a free kick.
Well, I did ask the question, Colin, whether or not they would have someone joining Phillips up front, and I guess my question was answered. He came in the form of Grant.
Well, here's Morris.
That's a foul.
Well, he gets the ball.
Oh, I tell you what. I tell you what. Studs were quite high. I know what most of our viewers are thinking, because we've seen this season so far, Colin, in the Premiership, when your studs have imprinted on a player, they normally go to VAR and then that's it. But that's not necessarily been enforced here. It's a bit, I guess the word is wild.
So the
Hashim Hill.
Yep, here's Roberts with the free kick. Yeah, he was a little bit overzealous, I should say.
That's the word. I don't think it was malicious at all. But they've been dangerous in these situations. St. Mary's College.
Harper was the man who normally takes these, but Roberts has come across to put his left foot onto it. I don't think he's going to go to goal from here. He's going to probably try to float it for his players to run onto that. He goes far post. Yeah.
It's like a corner.
Yeah, it is a corner.
Yeah, that's too much height on it. It's always favors the defender when it's that much height on it.
I thought he would have looked to curl it
in,
run on
more pace.
Yeah, with some pace. But it's a left-sided corner for St. Mary's. Another one, very high. And then the shot comes there, just on the turn was Shallery, but it was bouncing just in front of goalkeeper Alexander. It's well won by Morris. I'm not sure who he was playing that ball to, other than the keeper. Oliveira. Ball played forward. Again, Oliveira gets the return ball. What is he going to do with it? It's being hunted down, and eventually...
I tell you what, again, another late swing there.
Well, the ball goes wide as Arima North through Richards, taking on his man. Remember, the two goals came from this left side with Richards, and this time he couldn't get the cross in. It was deflected out, and it's going to be a left-sided corner for Arima North. So we're gonna just the throw coming for St. Mary's. Heads go up. Eventually cleared upfield by James. Grant started to go up the left side, but it's put out of play. In the meantime, a player is down. Let's see who it is. seems to be Aguilera, the goal scorer, but he's back up and running around as Arima North. Can they keep it in? But going up, that's a good tackle in the end. Playing all ball. It's going to be a through for St. Mary's. So still, St. Mary's trail by 2 goals to 0. And you can keep up with the SSFL and the SportsMax app. Download it from the App Store or the Google Play to catch all the action and updates from the league wherever you are, whenever you want. So download that SportsMax app and you can certainly keep up with the SSFL. And you can obviously download it from the App Store or the Google Play. And you can catch all of the action as it's real action here. St. Mary's trying desperately to get back into this game.
So the ball, can Philip get there?
Here's the ball set high upfield. And Grant, that's a good run. It's very much left-footed. What is he going to do? But he's being pushed wider and wider. That's good defending. Roberts. Still Roberts going. Oh, he goes over. Referee is right on spot to indicate that it was a fair enough tackle and he went over on his own. This is Morris. Ball played wide towards McLeod. But eventually it comes off of the Arima defender and the throw is quickly taken. But it's going to go through to the goalkeeper Alexander. Just about 10, 11 minutes gone so far in the second half. So just in the meantime, Aguilera is down again. Let's have a look.
He was always stretching east. Don't look like he's gotten over an earlier knock. Doesn't look like he's very comfortable in his movement as well.
Just getting back to that game last night, of course.
Well, of course you would like to get to the
I forgot to mention Ross Russell was in goal, but he wasn't responsible for the 5 goals that the All-Star team got.
Well, it's a 7-a-side, 7-a-side hockey posts, and 5 goals to 3 was a score.
Yes. You did score 3 goals. At one time, you were leading 3-2.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be 2 10-minute halves, and Queen's Park changed it to 30-minute halves.
Oh, I see.
We were only there to play 10-minute halves. We were well past. We were well past our time that was allotted for us to be there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So anything else afterwards was really us.
Didn't count.
Well, it counted for you for Queen's Park, but for us, we were just giving you a little bit of extra something. It's almost Christmas, so.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. But it was nice you all took it all in stride, you know. Nobody was upset after the match.
Well, it's not to be upset.
I think getting 5 at the end of it, when you all saw the Queen's Park team, how they were running, you were probably very happy.
Well, they had to
go away with just 5.
Well, they had to chase the ball because we were knocking it around so much. Oh,
so
hopefully they would
anytime you're ready for a rematch, I'm sure the guys.
Well, we would bring extra persons, so we are ready anytime.
Okay.
And every time we're like the SportsMax app. Anytime, every time.
Download it.
You could download us, and we'll be there.
Okay, I will remember that, and I will inform the organizers. But in the meantime, who is down? Gomez, yeah. No, that's not good news. Yeah, that's not good news because Gomez is the leading goal scorer so far. He hasn't scored today, but is the leading goal scorer for Arima North. Crowd is looking nice. Well, yeah, I suppose you can say that. Very quiet though, very quiet crowd here at the Arima Velodrome. Haven't really energized the players with, we haven't heard drummers, we haven't heard too much noise from the crowd. And that ball played aimlessly down towards goalkeeper Superville. Bowls it out to Grant. Grant has seen a lot of the action since he's come on the field. It's going to be a throw. So it's going to be a throw for St. Mary's. So Arima North have a couple interesting fixtures. One against Fatima, one against Speyside.
Yeah, and then East Mucurapo.
You
would have to think, of course, they are in the top 6 Arima North. That their title aspirations have long
they've
gone.
Yeah. But, you know, it would be a feather in the cap if they can finish in the top 5.
Yeah.
St. Mary's has Trinity East and Speyside, which are 2 tough games for them because those 2 teams will be looking for points. It'll be a real scrap. And then, of course, they end their season with St. Benedict's. And I tell you what, if St. Benedict's need points for that last game, St. Mary's could find themselves in trouble.
Well, I think they'll have to look at that game against Trinity College East as a straight final, really. And it's good. But the thing is, Colin, you know, you want to suggest that St. Mary's College would be safe.
Yeah, I think they need one more win. If they can get one more win, I think they should be okay. But here is a throw for... No, it's going to be a free kick, is it? Let's see what they were. Yes, he's decided it's a free kick. Referee Charles. And he's gone over to the 4th official because I think there's something the Arima North bench.
Well, he's not happy with the official. He's not happy with the coach.
Is that
Cornell Glenn?
Is that Cornell Glenn?
Yeah, he looks like he's in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, well, I don't think
he's
got a card. Yeah.
Yeah, and he may find himself.
Yeah, it is Cornell, but well, let's hope he's heeded the warning. As Arima North. Aguilera, long ball forward and stabbed back by that looked to be Defoe. We haven't seen much of Defoe. It's going to be a throw for Arima North.
Yeah,
Morris not happy.
Yeah,
look at Morris.
I think he may have a point.
Well, here is the throw for Arima North. Aguilera taking his time. And the referee is going to have a word with Morris in the meantime because he was really carrying on at a rate. So he's had a word with Morris, the referee Charles. Remember, he's substituting in the second half for referee Smith. Here goes St. Mary's with Phillip. Wide is McLeod. Looking to get it back to Phillip. Phillip still in control, and then eventually tackle coming from Hazel. Sends it out, and it's going to be a throw for St. Mary's. Just past the hour mark, 62.5 minutes gone. And St. Mary's still trailing by 2-0. Here comes St. Mary's again, looking to create something here through McLeod. Ball played wide by Otley. Grant looking to get
needed a better cross there because he had the time, Grant, to gather himself and place that ball into the box. Instead, it's a poor cross there. They're starting to get themselves in the right areas, Colin. It's just that final pass and that quality in the final third that is necessary to get a result. This could be
a yellow card.
Yeah, he's lucky. He's a lucky boy that that's just a
Stapleton. Yeah.
I think this could be a red. It's stupid. It's silly of him. It's really silly of Stapleton.
Well, let's see what will come out of this.
Yeah, it's got to be a red because it's really uncalled for by Stapleton. He's already booked in the original one. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't get a second yellow. Yeah, I'd be very, very surprised if
I think the referee is reaching into his back pocket.
He really needs to control himself, Stapleton, because there was no need for it.
Well, he's going to have a word with the assistant referee.
Yeah, but it
Not sure what's happening now.
like
It's all a massive confusion.
looks like the fourth official, current, is refereeing by proxy.
Yeah.
But he need all the eyes that he can.
He's cancelled the yellow card and he's reaching for the red.
Well, I'm not sure about that call.
Yeah.
Because that means the original infringement was a straight red. I can see two yellow cards given for his reaction, Colin, from the initial yellow card.
That's interesting.
I'm not sure why he rescinded the yellow, because the original foul deserved the yellow.
Yeah, and then
so the second one was for the reaction,
yellow.
should have been 2 yellows. So I'm not sure why.
A red, just a straight red.
A straight red.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And I want to go with you on it. I want to go with you.
But this is what happened here with Stapleton. He was holding shoes. Both players entangled. Look what happened on the ground there. Yeah, that's a straight red. And then now I can understand, Colin. That's a straight red. Because look at the elbow of Stapleton when he gets to the ground here. Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't do that, young man. That's really
silly.
uncalled for.
Yeah.
And
silly.
it really comes down to the fact that they're leading 2-0. Yeah, that's the last thing you need to do, really.
Yeah, you're now going to put your team under some pressure.
Yeah, and I don't know why the Arima secondary staff is even complaining about this. What they should be doing is talking to the young man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we see there the coach, Wayne Shepherd, is very, very annoyed with what's happening. And he's left and is going back across to his players there. They said, and you're not missing any action because it's the cooling break brought to you by SportsMax. It's happening now. But
it's disappointing to see because the game was played at quite a considerable amount of
good spirit
in it. Yeah, correct. And then all of a sudden, a flash moment. That is it here, but I'm trying to see why the Arima North staff is not happy. I'm looking at here. He falls here. Yes, he has his hand around him, and okay, yes, that could be an infringement. But it's certainly when you look at he has him in almost in a headlock. But the elbow, Colin, it's hard to look past that. And even the headlock, it looks like they were both grappling shoots. And maybe you could argue a yellow card could have been shown to Otley of
St. Mary's.
But after that, really, there's very little you can tell me that could convince me that that was not a straight red card for Stapleton. Just can't do that.
Yeah, well,
it's a huge slice of indiscipline, and I tell you what, Colin, it would be really a shot in the foot for Arima North if of course this is the catalyst for the St. Mary's to start coming back, because they've shot themselves in the leg with that situation. And of course, Otley deserved of that yellow card
got a yellow card as well.
His situation here.
Yeah, he got a yellow, and of course Stapleton got a red card.
That's a good tackle again. He's done really well on that right-hand side.
Oliveira?
That's Caleb. Caleb, number 8.
So he's gone back. I'm wondering if he's just...
Oliveri.
Yeah,
correct,
it was Oliveri. That's what I thought, because you had me wondering now if Caleb has gone back into since they've lost the services of Stapleton, if they've just more or less tightened the defense. But no need to do that.
No.
I think what they've got to look at is if they're going to push somebody
further across to that side.
Yeah, maybe.
Just think from a game management perspective, Arima North need to settle themselves, because I'm looking at them going into tackles, and they've lost their cool a bit.
Yeah,
and they really just need to manage themselves more than anything else.
Well, let's look at this free kick for St. Mary's. Just have to think if St. Mary's can pull a goal back, they could put Arima North under some pressure. Well, he goes for goal.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah.
Way too much.
The angle was...
I don't mind the pace of it, but obviously the height of it was poor. And this has to be an offensive change that's coming in here, Colin. I'm quite sure that St. Mary's College, they're going to start throwing numbers forward.
Yeah, they seem to be taking off James. Christian James is coming off. So a defender is off. And it looks as if London is on. Raheem London. So, and he's gone in an advanced position. So they've taken off a defender, Brent. And they've put on an attacker. Here's Morris with the throw. It's won by Hill. Gets it to Gomez. Turns with it nicely, plays it back to Hill. Ball played forward to Defoe. So he gives it away.
Oof, I tell you.
That could have gone anywhere.
Yeah.
But here goes St. Mary's again. That's a good ball.
Oh, I tell you, looked like it hit his hand, but inadvertently.
But Grant was so free on the left. Not sure why he didn't use Grant. Player down in the meantime. It looks to be Defoe. It is Defoe. He's taking off his boots, so gives me the impression, Brent, that he may not want to carry on.
Hey, I'm not sure what transpired, but he's certainly looks like he has a big amount of discomfort. Key player. We have another look at it here. Just went down and looked like he was stepped on. So it just may be a misplacement of his ankle. And you just think, Colin, with 72 minutes or so gone, it really is all or nothing now for St. Mary's College. I think they have to find their way to be a little bit more fluid in their attack. They have to find a way to get Grant in particular, who seemed to be having some joy down that side. Yeah, he's just been stepped on the right ankle. Very painful, that.
So it's going to give the ball back to Gomez. Sends it down long. Giving chase there was Hines, who's come more into the striking role now. But St. Mary's, they're going to come forward and a free kick. Gomez very upset with the referee. Not Gomez, sorry.
Ability.
Yeah, Ability Hazel. Very upset with the referee.
Yeah, again, I go back to what I said a couple of seconds ago, and somehow, somewhere, Arima North need to start managing themselves.
Yeah, they got to keep their cool.
Lost their cool.
Yeah, yeah.
And with losing their cool, they've lost their way a bit in this game. And football games is really all about managing situations within the game. And right now, I would say that they're not managing this too well.
No,
they were comfortably up at 2-0.
And playing good football. And when I say playing good football, what I mean, Brent, they've been knocking the ball around, calm, cool. And then that incident happened, and it seemed to have just triggered, I'm not sure, it's triggered St. Mary's into more of a offensive approach. And I'm just thinking now that Arima North seems to want to settle for their 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and of course, we've seen
so when you look,
changed from the first half.
And I think, Brent, a lot of that has to do with the sending off. And I would like to know,
what it was before this.
Yeah. Interesting.
And the game started to change for sure.
So a free kick for St. Mary's. And they're just working out maybe who's going to take it or what the plan is. Let's see what is going to happen with this free kick. They're peeling away, and
It looked like something out of the training
Yeah,
ground.
yeah,
It just didn't work out. Yeah.
I thought they were in a position where he could have gone direct to goal from that position. Here's another player going down from Arima.
Yeah. So it looks like it's a clash of heads.
Let's hope that everything is let's see.
Yeah, it's just both players going for the ball again.
Looks like Hazel was coming out the worst of it.
Suggests that wasn't a lot of maliciousness behind it. You would think so?
No, it's certainly not. And he's up and okay now at his ability, Hazel.
Well, I think the next 5 minutes it's really down to Arima North to take this thing out of this game. Possess the ball and keep it and move the ball up in the different compartments or departments and not be too stretched. Kicking the ball long like that is not going to help really.
Strange, because they weren't doing that sort of.
No, they won't. You know, because then you become stretched when you start playing long balls and your midfield is chasing and trying and hurrying and hashing for second balls. You really want to stay compact, and to stay compact, you want to possess the ball and be a little bit calm in what you're doing. Yes, you're down to 10 men, but you should be fine in possessing it.
That's a good header. Grant going up that left side. Being confronted by two defenders. Eventually it seemed to have come off of Grant, and it's going to be a throw for Arima North.
We can see one of the TTPFL coaches in attendance.
I think he's looking for players, Brent.
Well, this is the right place. Or he could have come last night. He would have seen a tremendous array of skill.
A lot of Queen's Park players were on show last night.
Not sure if they were on show.
Yes. Yes. Unfortunately, Eagles lost their coach. Michael Defoe passed away earlier. And that is the assistant coach of Eagles. So another yellow card being given. Not sure who got that one. So it's going to be a free kick. Question is, it's a long way out, but Gomez is he's got so much, one, ability, and two, confidence, that you think that he may very well look to try to hit it from this distance.
I would add three, that he's done it before.
Well, let's see.
Albeit an open play, not from a dead ball, but let's see.
Here's Gomez. He hits it just to the right of the keeper, and it just went outside. It hit the turf and ran, and certainly ran across the ground.
You want to think that Superville had it covered? I wasn't convinced.
You weren't convinced. No, I think he did. I think he did. He seemed to be moving a little bit late in getting across, but I thought he knew he had it covered. Here is going to be a goal kick for Arima North. So here is a throw for Arima North. So St. Mary's making a substitution. Miller coming on for Otley. So St. Mary's looking to make another substitution, because it appears to me that, let's see, Miller seems to be. Is it Miller? Just we'll give you confirmation of that substitution.
Follow everything. Stop.
But here comes St. Mary's.
It's a bad place to lose the ball for the substitute already. He's done well to win it back.
Doesn't want to give it away, and he has.
Does again. And he's won it back.
That's not a bad ball, but it turned out to be a pretty good ball, but just hit a little bit beyond the wide man there. 80 minutes gone. We have 10 minutes left in this encounter. As Arima North, they're making a substitution. It appears that coming off is Cristiano Hines. And we'll let you know who he is, who's come on for him.
Looks like Kafenze Makel, number 22.
That's a good ball.
He's offside. Yeah, just a fraction offside.
Referee Charles hasn't seen the assistant referee on the far side. So he now sees the assistant referee who had his flag up for a long, long time. So he's finally acknowledged it. And they're going to have a free kick. Let's have a look at the SportsMax moment. And it's none other than that ball that came across high into the box. And lovely goal, lovely header there coming from Aguilera. And that made it 2-0, and St. Mary's more or less with that second goal they've seized up the title. Free kick, sorry, a throw for Arima North. Just about 9 minutes left and added on time. So here is the throw, sent into the box. Richards. St. Mary's finally coming away with it, but Hill wins it. Plays it to Gomez. Gomez trying to go in between 2-3 players and can't. And St. Mary's, they come away with it.
Oh, that is really naughty.
It's another yellow card.
Really naughty. And again, it was late, Colin, and high. Again, they just have to manage themselves. Sounds like I'm repeating myself, but it's so uncalled for. Especially the fact that they're up 2-0. They're already down a man. The last thing you want is to lose another player.
Yeah.
And if you take another look at it here, by Gomez, yeah, that was wild. He's just too good a player to make those sorts of challenges. It's one thing, and there was mistiming a challenge, but he didn't need to go to ground.
There was no need for it, really. So there's confirmation of the yellow card for Christian Gomez.
Yeah, so now he plays the next couple of minutes on, of course, a yellow card.
Yeah, well, let's have a look at some of the scores, Brent, around the games. Or I should say around the various venues. There's Coach Shepard and Lazana Liebert.
I'm quite sure they would be unhappy with some of the indiscipline that we've seen over the last 10 minutes or so. And of course, Conor Glenn, he'll be unhappy that they're still down. I just don't understand why go to the ground there in that situation in the middle of the park. Just usher the midfielder across and let him play the ball, and then you get back into your set. Instead you make a rash challenge and now you're in a yellow card, and with the game coming to you, one more misstep and you can see an early shower.
That's for sure. Well, it's going to be a free kick for St. Mary's. We just have about 5.5 minutes left, and we'll have to wait and see just how much added on time there will be. So here's Morris.
That's a
Long
good ball. Tell you what, Philip took it wrong. It's got to finish.
Oh, he's leading
disappointed. Must be disappointed with that effort.
You could see what he tried to do.
Yeah, which is the right thing. Tried to pass it into the goal. But when you look at his body shape, it was well off. And he just didn't give his self time to connect with the ball in the right way to put it into the back of the net. And you'd have to say, Colin, that was a chance.
Oh, it was. It was. So 2-0. Arima North still leading here at the Velodrome against St. Mary's. Let's have a look at some of the other scores. Fatima, they've gone 4-1 up against East Mucurapo. Fatima scoring a lot of goals this season, but of course they've lost those games. Miracle Ministries not yet a score with Malik. Queen's Royal College, they've gone 3-1 up against Trinity College East. They're in some trouble as well. Sawan North, 2-0 down to Presentation. Tell you what, Brent, they're getting pulled into this relegation thing. St. Augustine losing 2-1 to Naparima. St. Benedict,
wow.
1-1 with Signal Hill. Well, I tell you, Presentation.
That would make that game against Presentation.
Oh, they would be smiling.
It's a good challenge. Nice.
Who's that? Who's that, Brent?
We have some look-alike.
Is it not Mia Motley?
Well, Gaspy Dolly, the Minister of Education.
Yeah, so we
doubler.
We thought we saw Mia Motley visiting the St. Anthony's Presentation game, and
stunt double.
Yeah, then it looked. Then somebody said no, that it was Boyce's. It was Boyce's mother. So I said, well, yeah, but that doesn't make it that she may not be Mia Motley's sister. But so here is St. Mary's going up that left side, but they can't keep it in. It's going to be a through for Arima North. Time running out here for St. Mary's. Just about 3 minutes and added on time left in this game. And remember, Arima North down to 10, but they're holding on still. They've not conceded, which is important. Ball played wide towards that man who has come on as the substitute, Miller. Okay, Miller again, chipping it forward and banged downfield. Not taking any chances was Aguilera. It's going to be another throw. Long ball forward. Turning with it is Miller. A little bit of push there by Hazel, and it's going to be a free kick. Who's your man of the match, Brent? Who are you looking at?
It's a tough one. I may go with the goal scorer.
Aguilera? Yeah.
He's, if he continues on and keeps a clean sheet, playing at the back and then, of course, scoring at the other end.
Yep. So. And he's been making some good runs going forward, but also his defending, I think, has been pretty good.
Yeah.
So
this could be an interesting free kick.
So the ball.
Commentator's curse.
Long ball forward, but to no one. I think the Arima are just happy to get the ball as far away from their goal as possible. Putting the keeper under some pressure there.
He just didn't look comfortable. But he did well.
Through for St. Mary's. We're in the final minute. I understand there's going to be, 4 minutes of added on time. Well, it's going to be another throw for the Saints. Of course, they're not going to be marching home today because the way things are going, they're going to slump to another defeat. Here is ball played out by, it's going to be a throw for Arima North. So we enter the 4 minutes of added on time. So we've completed the 90 minutes. Arima North leading by 2-0. The goal scored by Stapleton in the 31st and Aguilera right on the stroke of half time in the 45th. And it's drizzle has started here in Arima. It is a big dark cloud just hovering around, over the ground, Brent.
Not sure why.
When you go out to do your man of the match interviews, you should be okay with that. You're accustomed of playing football in the ring. So it is Arima North looking to come forward with it. With Defoe. Still Defoe. Well, he's going to the corner flag. And let's see, it's a corner. So Arima North have a corner. We have just about 2.5 minutes left in this encounter. Who's going over to take the right-sided corner. In the meantime, one of the St. Mary's players are down. There's still a drizzle here at the Arima Velodrome, while one of the St. Mary's players getting some treatment. But it's just going to delay the inevitable, and Arima North, they're going to cruise home here and get 3 points. So here is the right-sided corner to be taken. And it appears Defoe is going across to take it. News coming out from the QRC game, they've now gone 4-1 up. And the Fatima game, they've gone 5-1 up. As the player still getting treatment. So we're going to go over the 4 minutes that has been allocated by the referee. As we see the rain falling there on the camera. Seems to be pretty heavy, but when you look just to the right, there are blue skies all around. So it's just this dark cloud that seems to be just to the left of the ground here at the Velodrome. But here's the corner. Booted upfield. Hazel is there. Oh, he gives it away. But a foul committed there on Kyle Phillip. Takes the, well, he took the free kick quickly, but the referee said you're taking it from the wrong spot. So this is Phillip. Oh, he's pushed that too far, but did well in the end. Gets it wide towards Miller. Here's Miller. Ball coming off of Miller, and it's going to go outside. It's going to be a goal kick for Arima North.
Well, I'm going back to that score. Queensborough College 4, Trinity College East 1. I tell you what, Colin, and I'm sure Leo Chin will not want to hear this, but they have some big trouble. And you just wonder, they sit now currently on 7 points. East Mucurapo have lost as well, and so is Miracle Ministries. I believe Speyside, they were struggling as well to get a result. They were down. So as you were really going into the last set of fixtures. Remarkable thing is that these teams in the bottom half of the table, particularly the bottom 4, so have to games against each other. So that should be very, very interesting. Well, the goalkeeper hasn't vacated his line yet.
Well, he gets hold of it. Is he going to go long? Yes, he is. It's going to be a free kick. So here is the free kick. It's going to be taken by Morris. Oh, going up the right side there was Miller, but the attack was countered by a pretty good clearance from Hazel. Not a bad cross, but he's brought down. So it's yet another free kick for St. Mary's. So we've been playing for just about 2 minutes over the added 4 minutes. The question is he going to go direct? McLeod, is he going to go direct to the goal? No, he curls it into the box. Referee asked him to hold on. Took it a little too early. So McLeod with the free kick, already given in the intentions that he's going to float it into the box. Goes to the far post, the heads go up, and the referee is calling a free kick as there was some pushing. And there he blows the whistle to indicate it's the end of the game, the end of the encounter here. Arima North Secondary, they have prevailed, beating St. Mary's College by 2-0. The goals coming in the 31st minute through Terrell Stapleton, and in the 45th minute through Aguilera. That is Jaquan Aguilera, and made it 2-0. Of course, Stapleton in the second half was sent off and made life a little more uncomfortable for Arima North, but St. Mary's, they were not able to capitalize on the 10 players that Arima North had on the field, and at the end of the day they won by 2-0. A good result. So the full-time score here at the Arima Velodrome in this encounter between Arima North Secondary and St. Mary's College, 2-0. They were winners. Let's have a look at the highlights of this game. And Arima immediately looking to go on the attack. The ball was sent across field, and Stapleton, getting in front of the defenders, did extremely well and just turned it into the back of the net to make it 1-0. And then Richards, again, going up the left side, he floated this one, and there was the header coming from Aguilera, and that made it 2-0. A really good header from him, and he was certainly all alone. The marking was nowhere, but St. Mary's came back into the game in the second half, and there was that ball. It went towards Grant. He just couldn't finish it. As the ball came across, the goalkeeper didn't hold on to it. It went to Grant, but some really great defending, I think, by Hazel in the end, stopped the shot from going into the back of the net. And Arima North kept control of the game, and St. Mary's just could not get back into it. Arima North just could not, St. Mary's couldn't get back into it, and it finished by 2-0 for Arima North. He's got the man of the match with him, Liu, the man of the match with him, Aguilera.
Very much, Jaquan Aguilera scoring Arima North's second goal. How pleased are you with your performance today?
I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased.
Yeah. Of course, you all are still unbeaten for the season. How impressed are you with your team this year?
I'm really impressed. You know, we practice defending well.
Of course, Arima North 2-0 victory over St. Mary's College. As you could see, most of the stats there in favor of Arima North. 6 shots, 4 of those on target as opposed to St. Mary's 2. 9 fouls for Arima North, 6 on the St. Mary's side. Of course, that red card for Terrell Stapleton, and Arima North proved to not hamper their success at all, though still coming out on top. Did have less of the possession as well. But as Colin always says, it is the score on top, or the start on top, that matters the most. And they have come out with the 2-0 victory over St. Mary's College. Yep, sorry for that technical difficulty there, but I am here with the man of the match, of course, Jaquan Aguilera. Jaquan, second goal for your team today in our victory. How pleased are you with your performance?
I'm very thankful. I'm very pleased.
Yeah, and as I mentioned before, you all are still unbeaten. You could do an invincible season. You think that's on the cards?
Yeah, I think we can. It's still in our hands to be invincible, so I think it's there for us to be invincible and finish, you know, undefeated.
Yeah. Well, great performance and all the best going forward. Brent Sancho is with the coaches.
Coach, a much better second half, but obviously a disappointing result at the end. Your assessment of the 90 minutes plus?
It's simple. You have a bunch of 14, 15-year-olds on 2 days rest, playing a bunch of 18, 19-year-olds on a week's rest. You know, I think the scheduling is a bit poor. You know, when games are being postponed, the other team is not getting any time to rest. So the guys were a bit leggy in the first half. I had to try and spur them on, and you know, they did fantastic in the second half.
Well, as you look forward to the schedule that is yet to come, obviously survival is one of the things that's on your mind. How do you plot that course for St. Mary's College?
We just have to keep working on the stuff that we lacking at. I think defensively we did a good job for the most part, but it's just a matter now getting them the confidence again to play like how we played the last couple of games. As I said, it's a young bunch. The average age is about 15, 16. And I couldn't be more proud of this bunch, you know, a great bunch of kids, and I think they did well.
Thank you very much, Coach, and all the best in the rest of your fixtures. Coach, of course, leading 2-0, looking rather comfortable, and then the red card happens. Your assessment of the 90 minutes plus?
I think before the red card, we lost tempo. His youngsters spoke to them at the half, told them we have 0 points so far from the game, we need to close out the game. They came out here, second half, and a lack of respect for their opponents, and then the red card made things difficult.
Well, you had a good eye view of that red card. What's your thoughts on it?
Listen, the red card is just a symptom of what has been going on. I really don't like to talk about officials, but this league needs to do better. It cannot be that you're accepting any and everybody to officiate games in this league. It is substandard. I am not the only coach who has spoken about it. People are afraid to talk about it. I will probably get sanctioned, but at the end of the day, I'm responsible for those boys out there. And if it is I'm seeing that they are going into harm's way, I have to speak about it. So the red card was a reaction by my player, which I will speak to him about, but he was held in a headlock first. And the referee's right there, and the officials are right there. And forget the red card. I mean, there are things going on, off the ball, on the field. The calls are not consistent, and this product is too good to just have any and everybody doing it.
But just bringing it right back around, Coach, you're undefeated so far. You must be happy with what you've been able to do so far in the season.
If you had asked me about being undefeated at the start of the season, I would have been happy about that. I think us realizing the quality that we have, what we could do, we are disappointed. There's only one, I think we've run 6 games. There's only one game that we walked away from saying, you know what, today we live to fight another day, and that was against Pres San Fernando down Guaracara, down Manny Ramjan, and that was because we had a number of injuries. But for the other games, we should have won, and we put ourselves out of contention by drawing too many.
And there you go, Coach. Well, all the best for the rest of the season, and congratulations on a good season so far.
Yeah, thank you for that, Brent. And of course, SSFL action continues in round 13 on Wednesday. It is a high-flying QRC team who take on the defending champions, Fatima College. That will be a huge one for you right here on SportsMax. Of course, East Mucurapo taking on Arima North. Malik Secondary, they take on St. Anthony's College. Miracle Ministries against St. Augustine Secondary. Presentation take on Benedict in a huge game at the top of the table. Sawa North versus Speyside. Signal Hill taking on Naparima College, and St. Mary's College take on the Blue Hawks of Trinity College East. And that is all the action that we have for you here at the Arima Velodrome. Of course, before we go, don't forget to download the SportsMax app on the App Store or the Google Play. And of course, send in your goals to the SSFL Goalcam at ssflgoalcam@gmail.com to see all the goals across the SSFL in Trinidad and Tobago. Broadcast right here on SportsMax. But as it stands, it's a 10-man Arima North Secondary who have a 2-0 victory over St. Mary's College here at the Arima Velodrome. On behalf of myself, Liu Chin, and the entire team here at SportsMax, thank you for viewing with us, and we'll see you next time.
That broadcast was brought to you by Carib Malta, 0.0% alcohol. It's the way we play. And First Citizen Foundation, building strong communities through sport.
You gave us the inspiration to be first. We gave you the solutions that put you first. You trusted us with your vision. We paved the way with innovation. You walked with us side by side, and we continue to serve you with pride. First Citizens is proud of everything we've achieved together. We made dreams a reality, shaped success